Hello crafters, I just want to show you how to do a new card that I learned. It's called the inside block card. And this is what it looks like. I used Beauty Abounds for this part, Tea Together for the Happy Mother's Day, and Grapefruit Grove is my color. My background color, I just used a peachy toned ink pad to sponge on that color, and then I used the butterflies from Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper, and so it just kind of closes like that. It's a really pretty card. So today we're going to make it with Blackberry Bliss and Lemon Lime Twist. So you're going to start with a piece of paper that is 10 by 6 inches, and then we're going to need you to get some Whisper White and then whatever color accent you want to go with, and I'll give you the measurements for these so you can layer them with whatever color paper you want. Okay, so the sizes are: the white base is going to be, you're going to need one that's 2 by 3/8 times 5 by 7/8, 1 by 3/8 times 5 by 7/8, and 2 by 7/8 times 5 by 7/8. Then for your inside color, you're going to go with 2 1/4 by 5 3/4, 1 1/4 by 5 3/4, and 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. You're going to need 6 of these squares. Your white base is going to be measuring 1 1/8 by 1 3/8, and then the inside color is going to measure 1 by 1 1/4. Okay? You can see these colors look really good together on the Blackberry Bliss. So with our 10 by 6 inch paper, we're going to score it, putting it horizontally. We're going to score it at 3, 4.5, 6, and 7.5. Okay. And one thing I learned is you want to make sure that this first area, which is the bigger one, is the first part of your card. It's going to be this part of your card. Okay? So you're going to go over one score, and we're going to be cutting over here. So we're going to fold this at the 3rd score line. And then you can flip it over so it looks like this. And then we're going to make some pencil marks. And they're going to be at 3/4, at 2, 2.5, 3 3/4, 4 1/4, and 5.5. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it again. So that we can draw lines to match. So 3/4, 2, 2.5, 3 3/4, 4 1/4, and 5.5. And then we can, sorry about that, I don't have the greatest setup for this camera. I'm new at all this YouTube stuff. It's not easy actually posting videos. I'd love to know how, because I find that if they're very long, they don't post. So I'm just drawing a pencil mark line across so I will know where to cut. Okay, and then we're going to fold it right there, and we're going to cut. Make sure that you still have above your cut this score line and then the larger section, and down here you'll have the one score line and then a smaller section than the front, if that makes sense. So I'm going to cut these lines to the score line. And then once that happens, we can go ahead and start making our card. So this needs to fold. That first bigger part. And then this needs to fold. And then what you need to do is push your little pieces back. Actually, before we do that, I'm just going to erase my pencil marks. Okay, I'm going to move this scoreboard out of the way. Okay, so the little ones go back, the big ones go front. And then we're going to want to fold these and crease them. Okay, so, and then this part folds that way. Just like that. Okay. So now we got to put the pieces on. This one's going to go here. Here. And then all the little squares that we got are going to go on these parts. Okay, so to decorate it, I got some of the Butterfly Botanical Designer Series paper, and I colored in them to be matching with my color scheme, and those butterflies are going to go over here. I colored them in with Stampin' Blend markers. I used Blackberry Bliss, the light, and I used Balmy Blue, and I used Daffodil Delight. Now, I should have one more butterfly. I hope I haven't lost it, because if you have the butterfly punch, you can actually punch out the butterflies, but I do not have that punch, so I have to hand cut them, which is not very fun. Anyhow, and then what I did for the little butterflies this time, you can use the Botanical Butterflies Designer Series paper and cut out these little ones to put on, but I decided to use from Beauty Abounds the little butterflies. And then I just trying to find where that camera angle's good. And then I just colored them in with Balmy Blue, Blackberry Bliss, and Daffodil Delight. And I think they're going to show up really nice on the green paper. Okay, so I'm missing. Anyway, I wanted to say about the Stampin' Blends. They are the most amazing markers I've ever dealt with. They color in so nicely. They look so professional, and they don't cover the lines. If you have black lines like from your stamping that you've stamped, it doesn't cover them up. They show up nice, and they just glide on so amazingly. The Stampin' Blend markers are my favorites. Also, I got this neat thing from Amazon to hold my Stampin' Blends. I'll just show you. There they are. And I've also got Stampin' Right markers on it too, but it was from Amazon and it worked perfect to hold markers. They're trays that you can remove each tray, so it's pretty neat. Anyway, back to this card. I'm still not sure where that other butterfly went. I try so hard not to lose my pieces, and yet somehow they end up. Okay, so I've got the card together. Basically, I showed you guys the cutout and the different parts that go with it. I couldn't find the butterfly, but I found it now. I cut these butterflies, as I said, out of the Designer Series paper. These butterflies I stamped from Beauty Abounds stamp set. Then these are the painted glass die cuts, and I was able to cut them out and stick them on. For this, from Beauty Abounds, you use the rectangular stitched framelits. There's a set of the thinner rectangles in the set. I used the biggest one, and if you want the measurements for this, it's 3 3/4 by 1 3/4, and then framed with 3 by 7/8 times 1 7/8. And then this one down here is 1 3/4 by 1 1/4, and then framed with 1 7/8 by 1 3/8. If you have the stitched framelits, this is the one square on its own that I used. But that's really all there is to making this card. It's actually pretty easy, and it's a very beautiful card. And you can pick with whatever kind of colors you want to go with inside, and it's a great Mother's Day gift. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope it helped you to know how to make this card. If you have any questions, feel free to post, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Oh, one last thing I was going to do while on camera was just put the pretty little things on. I'd see if I have a purple. These I got from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to put the ones that look kind of purpley as embellishments on the windows. And then I think I'll put a green one there, there, and then I'll add one up there. That kind of adds a little something to the card. All right, happy crafting.